Turn to Catherine Schweet now, author of the book Stop the Killing, and a retired FBI special agent who created the Bureau's active shooter program in the wake of Sandy Hook. Catherine, was there any real news here? I mean, your reaction to the president's plea for an assault weapons ban?
Yeah, I think it's a great concept. It'll be hard to execute, right? I think that doing it the way that they did it before, is a possibility. In that, if there was a political will to do that, to have the sale of them banned, but we have an estimated 20 million assault weapons, style weapons in the United States. Picking those away from what's out there already, that's not going to happen. That's a $10 billion buyback by my math calculations. So I don't see that as a help in a great way, but stopping them from continuing to come on the market, sure. Anybody who's supporting the concept of controlling firearms, it's a great concept. But so are the other things. I think the ATF has been struggling for a long time to execute the laws that its job is to enforce. So I think that was encouraging, but maybe more important for everybody, every citizen on the streets of regular USA, America, where you and I grew up, is the idea that maybe we'll get more law enforcement on the streets who can patrol and deal with whether they're cats in trees or whether they're people trying to rob a liquor store down the street.
From your perspective, is that the most important step to take to reduce gun violence?
Yeah, gun violence is a very localized situation. I mean, when you talk about gun violence, that's a strange word, right? Because we know that 2 out of 3 firearms deaths in the United States are suicides. So part of that is not about law enforcement. Part of that is about gun availability and people making sure that they lock their guns up, which doesn't happen in a huge percentage of homes in the United States. But where gun violence does happen, the rest of that 1/3, yes, absolutely. Law enforcement locally is going to be able to have their eyes and ears out, and people are going to be able to reach out to them and know that law enforcement will be there to help them. And law enforcement will be able to intercede when violence does occur or might be occurring.
Catherine Schweet, sorry I mispronounced your name. Thanks for coming tonight.